Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Kind of lost my voice today running around talking to so many people. Wilding out, watching Trump. It was crazy, man. Seeing Trump live is a pretty big experience. I got to be honest with each and every one of you. Whether you like him or not, the dude has a presence. He said the things that people wanted to hear. Fire Gary Gensler. MoveOn.com, baby. We're sick of it. We don't want it anymore. Enough is enough. Shout out to all you beautiful people here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Let me jump on into the chat right away and see what's happening. 6665 retest. I'm on the group and hearing you speak helps. Amen. I predict 5,000 live viewers tonight. Hey, Sam, family and friends, how are you? Bang. Pump it, baby. My newborn iguana starts dancing to your music intro. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, let's get back into, we don't want that. We want this. There we go. Let's break it down. Let's have some fun. Let's take a look at what happened to Bitcoin. Had a pretty nasty dump right as Trump got onto the stage. It was pretty crazy. As he was talking, price whacked. But then he came up and started talking some unbelievable beautifulness, firing Gary Gensler, saying this and that. He was talking about actually creating reserves. Backing banks are going to eventually be backed by Bitcoin. You're going to have Bitcoin-backed banks. In Florida, I've been already told today by a close person of mine, they're creating Bitcoin-backed banks in Florida. This is going to be a big deal. The price of Bitcoin will skyrocket. Pensions are buying Bitcoin. That's big news today here on Twitter. We're talking about the state of Michigan jumping on into the pension fund. Senator Cynthia Loomis also came out, and she proposed a Federal Reserve. She came out and introduced a bill. She had the bill in her hand that should purchase 1 million Bitcoin over the next 5 years to establish a strategic Bitcoin reserve. The proposed legislation aims to create a new reserve of Bitcoin valued at approximately $68 billion, which will be held by the U.S. Treasury. The bill has garnered significant attention and discussion with the cryptocurrency community and beyond. Just in, Senator, I was there live, right? Official introduced the bill to create Bitcoin strategic reserve and purchase 1 million Bitcoin worth $68 billion. Trump came in, he broke it down, but she definitely did her thing. You know, a lot of people left when she came. I'm not going to say they wanted to hear. They wanted Trump. There's the thread guy, man, hanging out with the thread guy. That dude had just interviewed Andrew Tate, if you know who he is. Very cool dude, interesting. Michael, I believe his name is, linked up with almost everybody in the space. Had lunch with Crypto Face, man, chilling. He had them bling blings on, you know what I mean? I thought it was funny. I was like, hold up a menu and stay on the low, you know, and we kind of laughed about it. I was like, we got to keep the theme, you know what I mean? But shout out to everybody here on the live. Last night was insane. I don't know what they were doing before the Olympics, but I'm not with it. Hawk Tua girl, you know, but that's not me. That's Tom Crown with Hawk Tua, but, you know, Photoshop. It's just funny, man. We did it all. It was insane. From Michael Saylor to all the people here. It was pretty awesome. I did miss Russell Brand. I forgot to go to his booth at 2 o'clock at Rumble, and I would have been able to meet him. Bang. Look at Crypto Face right here. Look at his trade, though. 31,000 profit. Bang. Making 31K while he's sitting, chilling 3 hours ago. You know what I mean? I saw Scott Melker. What do you think of President's keynote speech at Bitcoin? Wow, 48,000 views just asking that question. Might just want to ask that question too, guys. What do you think of Trump's speech? What was your favorite part, you know? Might as well ask the same question, kind of like, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? What do you think of Trump? I don't want to lead them on because I want to say, were you feeling it? Were you not feeling it? What do you think of Trump's speech? I really want to know. Anyway, Bitcoin conference, they had to come and do that thing. Unbelievable that it was for Bitcoin. Let's break down Bitcoin together like we do. Again, I'm that broken pattern guy, and that's a shoulder, a head, and a bit of a right shoulder, a low with the higher low. I'm also going to kind of venture on to put this into somewhat of a symmetrical triangle here for BTC. Symmetrical triangles break up or down 50% of the time. Mainly for the last year lately, every single one in crypto, like 95%, has broken to the downside. But does that mean it's going to break to the downside? No, nothing is guaranteed. I still see that shoulder, inverted head and shoulder. I still am catching that higher low. Can we come and break this resistance? For whatever reason, we double stopped here at 68,900. There was some big sell orders at that area. We could not get back above that key level. We're going to take a look at our daily candle close here, and then we're going to work back like we do with our top-down analysis. Shout out to everybody joining me here. Sorry I'm a little bit late. After the whole day, I was just exhausted. Got back to the room, decided, I'll take a nap. I looked at the clock. I said, you can't take a nap. You're live stream, bro. I said, oh, my God. I texted my staff. I said, let's get it going. And I realized, and I can take a nap when I'm dead. You know what I mean? I'm here for each and every one of you. I know my mind has seen so much of the market that if I can give you guys just 30 minutes, we can get to a great place. We can find something, and I can donate a portion of my brain to you guys for this moment. And I'm pretty dang accurate. And if I see something, I want to say something. And if I believe something can pop, Bitcoin still looks good to me. That's an inverted head and shoulder. Nothing has changed. That's a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. Maybe almost just a double right shoulder there. But Bitcoin's still bullish to me. I'm willing to take out a pretty hefty long right now on BTC. See how the daily's curving right there? Could go either way. Could drop nastily to the downside, up to the upside. We do see somewhat of a, definitely a resistance here. Anyway, let's look at our daily candle close and see how it happened. Wow, it was a very strange candle for the daily candle. It opened at 67,908. The high was 69,399 and 99 cents. The low was 66,650. The candle would close at 67,896 and 50 cents, down $11.49, down 0.02 cents. So Bitcoin would go down by $11 today. You get it? It would open at 67,908 and it would close at 67,896. If you can believe that, I mean, that's one of the craziest closes I've ever seen. A daily $11 move for Bitcoin. So nothing happened. It was a nothing burger, but there was this crazy drop and this crazy pump. It was pretty insane. Then they were going to try to use the Trump speech for some way to manipulate the market. It made sense for a Saturday, you know what I mean? And maybe the market itself did have a pullback. The 21 was too far away on certain time frames. I suggested a pullback this morning on the trading group. Remember I said the 1 hour is going to drop down to the 21-day moving average. Remember, everyone heard me say it. I didn't say it's long. I said you're going to have a pullback to the 21-day. We looked at the 15-minute. I said, you're going to pull back to the 21. Now, we did. I took a long there. We were up for a second just in case Trump said something crazy and we pumped. And then I didn't have access to it. I did lose a trade there because we got popped off and I did get stopped out. But I didn't, I lost $300. I'll let you all know. But compared to how much I've gained, it wasn't a big deal. And I may open up another long now, depending. I'll look at it. I opened up a smaller trade and I left and I went to the speech knowing, you never know. I just wanted to know that I had a long in case something happened, you know what I mean? And I took a risk, so it was what it was, right? But they chopped it down, brought it back up, and so I see, the smaller time frames don't look amazing. 15-minute would have to break out of this symmetrical triangle with this higher low to the upside, right? So we looked at our daily, and we could connect this line. Now remember, there's a bit of on the 4 hour, that's hidden. On the daily, and even on the daily, swing down to swing down, a swing low to swing low is a downtrend. That swing low to that swing is an uptrend, right? And so that is some hidden bullish divergence. Said you should break the high, right, before you break the low, which means you should break these highs before you break this low. That's what hidden bullish divergence really means. I don't think people really understand that. At the end of the day, that's what it's telling you. I'm just going to delete that triangle we made on the 15-minute right now, but that looks kind of somewhat, strangely bullish to me. Like Bitcoin might just want to break out of this to the upside. It is an inverted head and shoulder. Chance we get some type of Sunday pump. The world's going to kind of sit and think about what Trump said, but we heard Bitcoin reserves, man. And Trump knows now. I've never heard him say anything like this about Bitcoin. Like they waited to reveal a lot here. And again, whatever we want to say, the other administration has been sitting on their hands for 4 years and hadn't said anything like this. They let 4 years go by where the price of Bitcoin was way cheaper. Everyone here knew that the United States Treasury should have been accumulating Bitcoin. Everyone that did is richer than they are. Look how my life went and blew up. So if everyone could have made more money, why wouldn't the U.S. government want to take that same advantage? Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but nothing I'm saying you should be taking as financial advice. But it's just insanity. And that I would come up better than the U.S. government with the same information. And we begged them to do it, but yet they didn't. They hodled it and, they hodled 200,000 that they had. I definitely think they sold some Bitcoin too, man, that they should never had. Tim Draper bought as much as he could. He bought a lot during the, I believe, the Silk Road auctions. Tim Draper, that's where he got a lot of his crypto from the government seizures, right? Anyway, I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure that's that. Can anybody verify that? I'm pretty sure that's verifiable information, and I remembered from when I used to read these facts, but I always want to be double checked in case. I don't want to say things that I don't know for 110%, But I'm like 95% sure that is a true statement. If you don't know who Tim Draper is, you should, and you should start to learn, all right? So I would Google that person's name and get acclimated with the world of finance, all right? You should know who George Gammon is. Gammon, right? You should know who Lynette Zhang is. You should know who Lynn Alden is. You should know who Max Kaiser is, okay? You should know who Ron Paul is, Rand Paul. These are people who have been talking about finance for a long time, giving us the sauce, giving us the movement. Ron Paul was there today. And, he got me into Bitcoin because he taught me about gold and silver. His book, A Case for Gold, is a book everybody here needs to read. By Ron Paul, right? A Case for Gold. This is something you should read, all right? The Case for Gold by Ron Paul, all right? Understand, the U.S. government in 1971 extracted gold from the citizens, said that you couldn't have it. They took it back. That's insanity to me. So that takes you to 82,000. We could start getting a breakout here, and that would take us to 82,000 by like the first week, August 7th, on the 8-hour time frame. As long as the 8 hour stays above the 200 SMA, which it has since I called that long above it, you're still in the money to the upside here on the 8-hour time frame. We take a look at the 4-hour overbought coming back down. How bad does it have to come back down? Just to the bottom of the channel? That would be fine. And it looks like it may also be fighting there. You know what I mean? It's interesting. Remember, this is the right shoulder on that daily inverted if you're still with us in a way here, right? We go down to the 1-hour time frame and we really, really get down to brass tacks and see what's happening. All right. And we zoom in here. And you can see, could we go further to the downside and get a bounce? And get a bounce here, right? Point of control, we might keep it. We might stay in this and make a pennant. Either way, that looks pretty bullish to me. Like this rising wedge may take some time, go sideways, and it may actually be more aggressive of a cut, like something like that. It's usually a 45. When things are bullish, it's usually a 45. I know that's strange to you, but trust me on that. Like once you start breaking, and then see that, like how it's a clean. Once you start breaking 45-degree angles, it usually tells me like, like if price slumped here and I had to take the lower trend line and start to bring it down there, it may hit that. But just know, once you're into these territories, like you're more likely you're going to drop down to this level now. And I've learned that my lesson the hard way by extending the trend lines too long and then realizing, man, once you lose that 45-degree angle, Sammy, learn your lesson. So learn lessons that I can teach you, right? Makes sense to come down. Others show it too. Sorry, Lifer, I only knew one of those names. Well, you should write them all down now, and you should know every one of those people, all right? You should know Mike Maloney. You should definitely know Peter Schiff. People that have been talking about finance for a long time and giving us different insights from what the government, banks, and other one want you to know so they can keep you stuck in their clutches of the banking system, right? So there we are. I mean, at the end of the day, these are your probabilities for tonight. If you want to take a shot or, whatever it is Saturday night. I rarely trade Saturday night. It's low volume. It could be careful, but, it's the Bitcoin conference. There's a lot of buzz going on. Things seem a little different. Again, that's a little more, trade than news, and I'm not that guy. So at the end of the day, it's the fact that we're inside of the symmetrical triangle that could go 50-50. It's going either way. That's it, and I don't love 50-50 patterns. I'd rather wait for this to break up and possibly retest 69,000 to take another trade further up to 71,700 and scalp my friend. Let's take a look at the 7-minute. Looks like it's double bottoming or even making some type of, we call an Adam and Eve double bottom here for the 7-minute time frame. That could make her move further to the upside. Let's take a look at the 1-minute time frame too as well, and that's about to possibly hit my target. And now here's our little rising wedge flag, and you can see how my whole mind sees the pattern, right? The pattern and the move and the 3-dimensional move inside the pattern. And the more you see it, the more you see it with me, and the more you ride with me, the smarter you'll get. The more you'll start to understand what's happening with this electrical universe, bro, inside your mind. If this breaks the 200, we're likely going to pump. If I see that, I might take a long. We are a little extended in the stochastics, but man, things are getting kind of frisky tonight. If the 1 minute breaks that 200 SMA, I mean, huge pump there yesterday, right? And then gigantic pump there. So you had two shots. And then if you had just done here, fine, that might have been a dud. But that one still made some gains, enough for me to rise myself into profit. That was awesome. So 1, 2, 3 out of 4 times, it was a money move. And right now we may have it happening here at 68,151. I might have to open up a long right here in front of you, which is kind of crazy because I didn't even expect anything. I didn't expect to do that at all, right? So let's take a look here. Let's take a look. I want to show you one thing. All right. So look at this. All right, we're above the 15-minute 200 MA, which is a very bullish sign, you see? But then we have like liquidity right above us. Let me slap up Bookmap and start taking a look. The whole speech, BTC drop. Yep, the speech was bad. He did nothing but rambling. Drill at BTC conference. I disagree with that 100%. I was there. I don't feel that. But again, that's what you feel. So you have a right to your opinion. You know. I mean, he talked about things he's never said before. I've never heard him say the things that he said. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. You tell me. Yeah, I mean, it all depends, right? So, all right, the target here is 74,640. I'm willing to take another long here tonight, honestly, and go at it again. I feel like if I just keep taking longs, eventually the longs are in my favor. Eventually I'm going to win one. So, you know what I'm saying? That's a little different of you ever hear me talk about that mentality that way. But above the 200 is important. Can the 5 minute, let's see where the 5 minute is. It's coming for the 200. And did the 1 minute crack? It looks like it's about to. I would front run it, but I'm being a little sketchy. A lot of times that could be a resistance. We might drop right down to the downside. But, ooh, we might see a trade here tonight after the recovery of what happened. That bill was pretty big. Cindy Loomis was talking some strong stuff here. So let's take a look. RFK speech was clearer. Just my bias. Oh, of course it was clearer. But you have to understand, he's going to end up working in the Trump organization. Don't you get it? I'm sorry, everybody. I love RFK, and I believe anything is possible. I really do, but I just don't. He hasn't done the rallies Trump has, the people, the ear thing. So much is going on right now. I just think it's got to be, Trump's got to be your guy for crypto. And they got to bring, I really see RFK becoming part of that organization. Like, they're going to bring him in. You think we can hit 80K in August? Definitely. I think there's a high likelihood we can. By the end of August, somewhere, it's a very high probability that we may be able to do it. So my trigger for my take profit, I'd say 74,679, okay? My stop loss trigger, we're going to say is 67,054, below that weekly support at 67,200, all right? And what we'll risk like 400 for 2,400 bucks on this trade, right? I don't know, though. It's a Saturday night. I didn't want to go too hard on Saturday night. I'll just lower it one set. I can, And again, we could easily go sideways and drop to the downside, all right? Yeah, he cool. Don't waste votes on third party. Yeah. If you got no chance of winning, you could promote the moon. Politicians 101. Amen. Almost 4 a.m. here. Usually the one trade FX. Been finding a good entry to long greetings from the Belgian lifer. Amen, brother. You think we can hit 80? Anything is possible. Let's take a look at Bookmap and see what's happening with Bookmap and watch the liquidity. Link to Bookmap in the description below. If you want to jump on in, I'd greatly appreciate that. Losing my voice a little bit. It's been a crazy ride. We have liquidity all the way at 70,000, yet we have liquidity at 66,800 too as well. Interesting times to be alive. I did not pull the trigger on the long yet. The liquidity is on either side. And again, whenever I get symmetrical triangles, they play that game. So here's your deal. Like, I would watch the 15-minute, and that's really going to tell you what's going to happen tonight. In the next 4 or 5 hours, this is it. This will then play into the bigger time frames. Yes, of course. But right now, this is what we're looking at. All right. And that's it. I mean, at the end of the day, you're either dumping down to 65.3 or you're pumping up to 71.5. I mean, the 71.5 pump would be absolutely amazing. 1 minute would have to crack the 200 MA. It looks like we hit some resistance here. I'd wait for this confirmation, but what I am seeing is a bit of a rising wedge that may want to do some damage. You almost want to feel like it broke out of the wedge right there, came back inside. That has some shoulder, head, and right shoulder vibes. This little 1 minute scalp may be all you need to keep yourself, happy for the night. You never know, but I like what I'm seeing. I met so many cool traders and people that are like, I'm in your trading group. I've been watching you for a long time. A lot of people came up to me, asked for pictures, It was pretty cool, man. I knew one dude wanted me to sign something. He kept asking me for a marker. I forgot until right now. I'm like, oh, yeah. But everyone was awesome, man. So many people showed me love, went up to me and said I changed their life. Like, I changed your... They're like, yo, you changed my life forever, bro. Like, I was in complete shock. I could not believe it. I could not believe it. It was... I couldn't believe it. Anyway, yeah, like, the love was real. Like, in person, to feel that love with all those people. So, like, there's even a scalp there, too. You know what I'm saying? That's a smaller scalp. Risk-reward ratio is not my favorite. Right there will be a 387, though. Like, 67,969 for a target of 68,881. That's a smaller scalp. We break that 200 MA. It looks like we're going to continue to pump to the upside. We don't break that 200. I'm about to front run that, because if that cracks, we're going to go brrr and obliterate the shorts. You know? If it doesn't, though, we could just dump. So here we go. We watch this. This is my signal. I'm waiting for it right now. I got lucky. It's here right now on the stream. We could have been here and I could have been streaming, but there it is. So now look, red candle. And remember, like, this could easily dump down, right? So you're watching the symmetrical triangle, but inside you're watching the, you know, all this fun stuff too as well. We break that 200 SMA, we're likely going to move to the... I showed you the last 4 times you made gains, so I'm not making this up. I'm just showing you the facts. You just have to have the stones to pull the trigger. You're doing it for me too, Sam. Much love, brother. Hey, Sam and chat. Wish I were there next time for sure. Everyone who did not come, I'm a little disappointed. I'll be honest. I told you guys, I put the link up. I talked about it. Like, not coming here was horrible. I'm telling you. I know you might be busy, but even if you came for a day or 2 days, like, I'm telling you, the amount of energy and mental, you would have felt something about your community that you're a part of. You would have realized you were bigger than something than you truly thought, because you would have seen it in person and felt the vibrations and the frequency. I didn't see enough lifers there. I really didn't. Like I felt like there should have been at least 300 people from the trading group there. You know what I mean? I just felt like Vegas is next, and it's going to be awesome. And it's going to be awesome. All right. Hello? Hi, sweetie.
You're going to bed soon.
I love you. I'm live streaming right now.
You are?
Yeah.
What time is it there?
It's 9:35. No, it's 8:30. Sorry, bro. Was there last year, but stuck in Brazil. Yeah, that's different. You're away. I get it. One day you'll have many lifers and do a speech there. I secure my Vegas ticks for me and my Fiat. Oh, that's awesome that you're already ready. Many of your trading people are global guys. That's true, too. But, I mean, we can go to, we might do Token 24, man. I might go to Singapore 2049. Right? It's coming up. I just had my baby girl on the 20th a week ago. No excuses, but could you attend for that reason? Amen. I agree. I'm not trying. I shouldn't say that, guys. I love you all. I just felt like there would have been more people there. That's all. That's all I'm saying. That's all. And again, I'm super happy for the people that were there. I was a blessing. I wanted more people to experience what an amazing experience it was. That's what I mean. I want to come from a place of complete love and not like be, you know what I mean? But that's really where it comes from. I just was like, man, I know how much I got out of it and how much feedback and just the connections and the love. It was amazing. So I can't tell you guys how much it'll be. I'll be in Vegas with you, Sammy. And it's not even a year from now. It's under a year from now. So I'm here in Nashville. Made lots of connections at the expo. Rick Lee, man, that's awesome, brother. Should have been there. Yeah. Alka's master friend didn't go. You guys are funny, man. I live in Australia. It will take me almost 2 days to get there. There was a lot of people here from Australia, but I get it, man. I'll be in Vegas, too. I live here. That's awesome. I experienced the waiting time through your phone. You're funny, right? I hope you make it big in life, bro. I hope you make it big in life, man. Wish I could have come. UK sending my love, man. God bless you guys. God bless you guys. Nah. I just want to, say it differently, and I hope I didn't offend everyone. I'm just the guy who loves everybody, and I'd like to see each and every one of you. That's all. That's all that matters, Blessings on blessings to everybody here on the live. We appreciate you, and we love you. All right, Vega for sure. Awesome coverage for us, Sam. Thank you. Yeah, so, there's a very good chance we break this 200 SMA and we pump to the upside. I'm going to take a shot, $200 for 1,300. It's a 7-to-1 risk-reward ratio, right? So we'll see. And look, my stop loss is pretty deep. Good chance that maybe it doesn't get hit on this 1 minute and we crack that 200 SMA. If we don't crack that 200 SMA, you know, I'll move my stop right to there. So it's probably like 180 now. And that's the trade right there I'm going to take, and that's kind of where I'm going to leave each and every one of you guys. I did my macro top-down analysis yesterday. That's a very important video for you to watch. If you haven't seen that yet, please watch those videos. I gave an S&P call on that video that will blow your mind. Yeah, there's more in those videos than I think people realize, and it is there for you every single day. Everyone, if you want to join the trading group, go to cryptolifer.com. Join today, join today, join today. Jump on in. The guy that hasn't taken a day off, and I don't even know when, forever and ever and ever. But and I'm here for you guys every single day, no matter what you need, no matter what you're thinking about, no matter what's happening. Show us the love. If that cracks the 200, we're going, baby. That's a nice little flag with a bullish retest in the top of the flag. Chance we hit my target at 69,000. We get back to the upside tonight, and we get a little bit of a Trump pump. You never know. Or do we get resistance by this 200 and slump back to the downside? Does Sammy lose his trade? Anything is possible, my friends. Anything is possible. It's high likely we lose the trade. Why? Sundays, Saturday night, Sunday. I usually don't like to trade these nights. It's very, very high risk, low volume, and there's a chance you can get hit off very, very easily. So be very careful. You know, I'm a risky man. I take a lot of risks. If you don't have the risk in you, maybe it's not for you to take the risk. You know what I mean? Down $5, we'll see what happens. And you never know. I may bail out. If I see that we're really not getting back above that 200 SMA, that's a resistance. You know, we really need to break back above that to continue to the upside. So anyway, you know, we didn't get the confirmation right now. So usually I bail on that, right? But we'll see. It's kind of showing this shoulder, head, and shouldery. We're getting this uptrend. There's a chance. Once we lose this blue trend line and start to drop, then you know the trade's pretty much a done deal. All right? But only time will tell. We will see. We will see. And, yeah, that's going to be your update for BTC. All right? Let me take a look back at the chat and see what's happening. Looking bubbly. I don't know what that means. Thanks for live streaming pregame to the Trump. Feel like we were among the crypto family. Appreciate that. You go long and short. Thanks for the dedication. You're a great creator and educator. Thank you. Who would you ever sell Bitcoin? Yeah, it's a bear flag, Sammy. Bitcoin, man. Glad you took Nick off today. Hey, man, let's. I'm not gonna focus on that ever again, man. Yeah, you're doing it for me, Sammy. Much love, brother. Anytime, man. Anytime. Yeah. Open. Trump surprised me today. He's all in. He is. I think he's more in than I've ever heard him in his life. He understands that it's a security issue to have more Bitcoin than the rest of the world. And he doesn't like to lose, man. You want a guy that has that vibrance and that, like, I don't want to lose mentality. And once he's attached to this country, he's just going to do what he can. And, you know, Biden had 4 years to build a reserve. He didn't do it. He's putting us backwards. It's not working, bro. They're going against the grain. Look, you're up in the trade now because we popped above the 200 SMA. That should flip green. Oh, I got in right there then? No, that should have flipped green by now. Almost. That looks like we could get a nice little pump. Donald pump to the upside. Let's get it. Look, inverted head and shoulder it away. Getting above that 200 SMA. That is your sign for a possible bullish move to continue to the upside. Ooh, we got a little doobie-doobie-doo. Again, Saturday night's not my favorite night to trade. Highly likely you get hit off. Remember, I like to trade Monday night, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and stop trading around Thursday at 2 in the afternoon. However, I did hit gains, right, throughout the conference and throughout the last few days. But we'll go from there and see what happens for BTC. One thing I want to look at is the Solana chart for each and every one of you, too, and for me. I want to see what's going on with Solana. Then we'll jump on into the chat, see what's happening with each and every one of you, and then I'm going to probably run on out of here. Solana front-running Bitcoin. It just did break the 200 SMA and got busy. Solana has that inverted head and shoulder, that same kind of behavior. You can almost say this is the pattern that it fell and broke out of. I'm the king of the broken patterns, and I use them all the time. It's a little untraditional-esque, but I'm telling you, once you kind of get it and see what I'm doing, it starts to make sense. If Bitcoin gets that pump, Solana does too. Solana had that shoulder, head, right shoulder, broke out of it to the upside and then got the pump it was supposed to get. Got to get too much lemon water with the seltzer, I guess. Yikes. This looks like Solana may pump to 188. Remember, I got 100 grand in Solana 109. I'm sitting up about $77,000 right now. Feeling pretty money right at the time. And then if you make the bigger channel for Solana, it's in this, and it's kind of mimicking what Bitcoin's doing in a way. And then you're looking for this leg to the upside. I believe that puts us almost back to the all-time high, somewhere at around 200. All right, 194. But I like what I'm seeing for Solana regardless. I wouldn't be surprised if Solana follows that somewhat of a Bitcoin move possibly here. We at 68,162. We're still doing pretty nice for BTC. Chance we may win the trade. You never know. So I left you with a live trade. I didn't do a lot because I'm going to be going out right now to Ben Cohen's party, which we has like a beautiful rooftop, and it's going to be absolutely beautiful. God bless everybody in the space, from everyone into the cryptoverse. We love you guys. Everyone from all the channels that push cryptocurrency every single day, that believe in themselves, that spread light, love, and happiness, and don't involve themselves in rug pulls, grimy shilling, and things they shouldn't be doing behind the scenes. If you're one of those people, please find find God. You know what I mean? But we love you all. We appreciate you all. We're going to take a look at Caspa one more time, too. Two coins that I would really be focused on in the next few days are Solana and Caspa. I also have 100 grand in Caspa, but I worked my way up to put that in there. It took me some time to get that position. So let's take a look at where this could go. I mean, I like Caspa. About to break up to 28 cents. Looking beautiful. I've been talking about this channel, and it's been channeling ever since. I got an alert on it. Caspa did hit that line. I got an alert. I was like, what happened with Caspa? Caspa's starting to make a bit of a pump here. It breaks this resistance. I mean, use it for a retest. You could see 28, 29 cents faster than you could believe. My target sits somewhere like September 6th, maybe even the 10th, somewhere near, 9/11. You never know. But Caspa looking pretty bullish to me. Who's bullish on their Caspa, baby? Who's bullish on their Caspa? Bang, bang, bang. Are we getting a chamois sword squeeze over here? It looks like we are, because we got the second candle coming to the upside here for Bitcoin. Did Sammy call it again? He's probably in the green, right? Not a lot, probably $4. Yeah, something like that. But again, a green trade. Let's see if we can make it. A little bit of bearish divvy there. That's flat. That pushes down. And it's a rising wedge. Rising wedges break down 68% of the time. They break down to where they began. This wedge would break down somewhere to here or here. You know what I'm saying? So anything is possible. But we're going to take it one step at a time, one moment at a time, one candle at a time. Did you look at Sol? Of course we did, man. Sounds cool. Let's take a look at the funding right here, at the fan funding, and see what y'all are talking about inside the fan funding. 100 supers, no fan funding, empty on the chat. That's the first time in a long time I've never seen any super chats, but it is what it is. That's fine. We all going to be Kaz Millies. Amen, man. Welcome to the live chat. They got top chat and live chat. I never figured out what's the point of that, right? Fire Gary Gensler, thanks for sharing that with us today. That was amazing, right? A room of hundreds of people screaming that. Like, so you didn't feel like, whenever I say it, I feel like I'm getting watched, you know what I mean? Or someone's like trying to, you know what I mean? You feel like this feeling, like you're not allowed to voice your opinion, because this is the way the recent government has been. They've been a scary, totalitarian type of fear tactic government. Never live in fear, speak your mind. That's what America is for. That's why we have the Fourth Amendment. Look at that beautiful pump to the upside. Sammy, cup in handy, does it again, gives you a quick little trade. Hey, you could have put 10 grand on that and made $1,000 in 2 minutes. You never know. Shout out to Chris K for the $5 super chat. Blessings on blessings. Shout out to Can't Leave It Empty Stash, man. You're so nice, brother. You people are awesome, man. Not for the people. Join the 99 after Trump's speech. Let's go, 99ers, man. Tan Montana, we love you. Thank you for jumping on in. Speak your mind. Amen. Yo, this channel is a place where, you should feel like you can express yourself, find out, as long as you're not hurting anybody's feelings, man. They are a meme. Yeah. Arkham chart. Let's take a look at Arkham. I appreciate that. Arkham's been a long-term, I'm in Arkham now and built a pretty nice position in Arkham. I wanted to see it on the Arkham USDT on the Mexi here. I'm probably one of the only people working tonight too. Everyone's out partying, doing their thing, but I realized I had to do what I had to do for the trading group, man. Caspa Maniac 1776. If you're not long, you're wrong, man. Shout out to my man. Wow, we just took a beautiful pump to the upside. 68,246 for Bitcoin. You're in the money right now with the lifer. Shout out to everybody here. Man, we got the pump. And all I do is buy when the 1 minute breaks to 200 MA. I showed you exactly how to do this over and over again. You don't have to be a genius. You just have to have the stones to pull the trigger, baby. And again, that's maybe all we get. Some bearish divergence, and we might crash after that. You never know. You take it one step at a time, one moment at a time, one candle at a time. Look at that Fear and Greed Index. We've gone over your daily close. 71 on the Fear and Greed. Not too shabby. Shout out to our campaign on WEX, going very, very well. Shout out to anyone that jumps into WEX. Claim up to 20,000 USDT bonus. 21 days, 2 hours, 12 minutes. jump on in today. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I'm telling you, you're going to pay some of the lowest fees in the game. It works really well. I like the exchange. I like the way it looks. I like the way it feels. I like using it. The futures is just like MEXC. I can raise it, bring it up, bring it down, right? So here, this tells me, hey, you're above the 200. You should be able to just open up a trade here and let it go all night long, right? With a stop loss below. Now, you may not be right. It may dump on our face. There's no guarantees. It's Sunday, Saturday, whatever, right? But I showed you most of the time this does tend to play out over time, right? So, and again, you would set this up the same on WEX that you would set it up on MEXC. You get your trading view widget because you hit trading view. Don't hit original, hit trading view. Put your 200 MA on like I have, right? Use one indicator. Don't play yourself. Stop loss ready to go. Support and resistance always, all right? Make sure it's a market order when you're doing this because you could try to limit it and it'll pay less fees. But sometimes it's hard to get what you need. You know, you hit stop loss, you click that, and then you're going to be like, I want to get out at 69,357. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I'm saying you should be taking as financial advice. I'm just showing you how I type the numbers in, what I'm looking at, and how I pick out a risk-reward ratio that makes sense. If you don't have a risk-reward ratio, you're probably not going to make it too far in trading. Okay, so you must have a strategy that comes with some type of risk management. If you don't understand risk management, we're going to teach risk management to you as well and bring that to you. Man, I sure hope it doesn't dump right in our face. It probably will. The 5MA is battling the 15 and the 21 for dominance. One huge node. Amen. Shout out to Armstrong 33 and everybody here, right? So blindly, right? I'll pull this and I'll say, okay, 40 for 215, and I'll hit it again. All right. That breaks out, boom, and we bring this account. So, and again, I'm just showing you that's a smaller account on WEX that I'm attempting to grow. Showing you if you only had a little bit of money, how could we grow this account? How could we get up there? What are the strategies I would use to change my life, right? Anyway, so there we stand. We got a little nice pump for Bitcoin. Everything looks like it's coming down for the retest. I'm still pretty bullish on this idea here tonight, and I did open up along in front of you guys, put my money where my mouth is. It wasn't tons of money. I'm not saying it, but you guys see me. The other day I made a $300,000 trade. It was like 20x leverage at 30, 20K at 30x leverage or 18,000, I like that you asked about AERO, another one of my long-term holds, something that I'm really into right now. I like Arkham. As you can see, I see Arkham just eventually making its way back to the upside out of this beautiful falling wedge. If I pull a Fibonacci on Arkham, you can see we're coming right back down into that 786 Fibonacci level where we got a nice bounce to the upside. Let's take a look at AERO. All right. AERO, USDT. Or actually USD, because I usually do AERO on Coinbase, right? Yeah. So it came up hard, right? After hitting that rock bottom at about 44, bounced back up for the double up to 89, 88, even higher, really, somewhere at $1. Lost the dollar psychological support, which is a bit strange. You'd think it would hold that with all that bullishness. Let's take a look. The 8 hours still above the 200 SMA. You can see that shoulder, head and shoulder Bitcoin's doing, kind of rippling through the market. You'll see Bitcoin's behavior through all different charts in the market. That will kind of give you an idea or a hint as to what's going on, right? So that flag, you need that to bounce there. If that breaks that level, it's going to lose the 200. If it loses the 200, you're going to see it come back down to this channel and this last level here, which is going to be 67. I would continue. I have a big bag of this, so I'm done. But if I didn't have enough, I would continue to be accumulating AERO. I believe it's going to be huge. It's going to do what Cake did. And then Cake went from 60 cents to $44. I wouldn't be surprised if you see a $20, $30, maybe even a $40 AERO, just like Uniswap. It's the Uniswap of Base token, and Base token's going to be a billionaire, I don't know. There's so much coming our way. There's so much to think about, but it's up to you. Turbo still went sideways, attempting to hold that double bottom. And one meme I wanted to look at just was Brett, because I've been in Brett for so long, and I haven't looked at it in a while. And it's got to back down to 1.2 billion market, but it's flagging pretty nicely. And it's for all intents and purposes, for a meme, I mean, that's somewhat pretty bullish right there, in my humble opinion. It's attempting to put in a higher low and get some consolidation there too. I feel like it's only a matter of time. This will go to 10 billion, maybe even $20 billion market cap. This tends to be the one. I think this is the one that they've been pushing behind the scenes here at Coinbase. Like, Like if you worked at Coinbase, you would be buying this on the low. You know what I mean? But I could see this thing pumping up back to 31 cents from its high, its 12-cent area here too. All right. No issues from my stream. Excellent quality tonight. Amen, baby. A night was having a night nap. Trump rally. Sup, lifers? Was having a nap watching the Trump rally. You're funny. Hoot might be another Dex coming. Interesting. Everything else works perfectly, even on YouTube, but your stream gets stuck at 3 hours that plan. I have to refresh it again. That's on you, man. You'll be fine. Thanks for covering the event, Sammy. Saw all your streams. Blessings, brother. Yeah. All right, and I'm going to leave you with that tonight. Anything is possible. You may get stopped out. Never get upset. Always have a game plan and see where you're at. God bless each and every one of you. Remember to backtrack on you right now. You're going to watch this 1 minute time frame. It just broke the 200. As long as you can stay above the yellow line, look for more continuation to the upside. The second you break this yellow line, unless you wiggle near it, I'd just be cautious that we aren't going to continue to the upside. So look out for that right now. We're technically in this now, and there's some bearish divvy around us. But you never know, right? And then we're watching the 15-minute symmetrical triangle. You see here? That's either going to break us out to 70,000 or back down somewhere here to 66, 65. Point of control here, too. You don't want to lose this yellow line on the 15-minute time frame. You don't want to use the yellow line on the 8-hour time frame, right? That's key. As long as we stay above the 200 SMA on the 8-hour and we have a golden cross coming, I usually front run those. It is a little overbought. I'm getting some mixed signals tonight. It is Sunday. Be careful. Lower volume. That's why I'm not risking that much. So we go from there. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. May God bless each and every one of you. Thank you so much for kicking it with me here in Nashville. I'm exhausted. I fly home tomorrow. I believe a 4 o'clock flight, so I can't wait. Pray that I come home safe to you guys and my family. And I love each and every one of you. May you have a blessed night wherever you are in the world. Thank you so much for being here. And may you just, always stay positive. Always believe in yourself. I love each and every one of you. Stay fresh. Stay amazing. Choose rich. Are you ready for financial freedom? My name is Sam Price, the Crypto Lifer, and I'm excited to tell you about the